Welcome back to TYT Sports. Jason Ruby here, joined by Francis Maxwell and Crystal Marie. Make sure to check out Crystal on the Fumble, awesome YouTube channel. Where else can we find you on Twitter?
Let's just focus on the YouTube page.
Just the YouTube page.
Nice.
So make sure to follow the Fumble, give them a like, a subscribe,
I don't want to give you too many places to go when one is just covers all the bases.
Of course.
Yeah, and plus you have your producer sitting there staring down at you. But we don't want to digress.
I got dagger eyes.
Speaking of someone who does not fumble at all.
Oh, Jesus.
Odell Beckham Jr. New York Giants wide receiver who is not in a sophomore slump. He's had an unbelievable second season, maybe not so as unbelievable as his rookie season where he's setting records. Max Preps released a plethora of highlight video from when Odell was 15, 16, 17, 18 years old in high school. You like
do you have word of the day on your phone?
Yeah, I do.
Word of the day.
Plethora.
Plethora. Use it in a sentence.
Plethora. Smorgasbord of highlight tapes. Let's have a look via Max Preps.
Crystal, thoughts on Odell Beckham?
I mean, he's a freak athlete.
Yeah.
You've even got like baseball teams making him offers. Have you seen his speedball? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the guy does not fuck around when it comes to his athleticism.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, we weren't able to show the entire clip, but Max Preps was able to come up with 10 minutes of highlights just from his high school days. I don't have 10 minutes of like my entire life highlighted.
No.
So for your highlights from high school to be that impressive, you know.
Yeah.
You're a force.
There's a lot of high school tapes that we've looked at like this. Like we looked at Andrew Luck's, I believe, right? And it was like
Luck was he looked like an NFL ready quarterback when he was 15. He also looked like he was 25 when he was 15.
He also sounded like he was 35 when he was 16.
And that's what these tapes do. It makes you think that these guys who they're playing against, that like they're 5 or 6 years superior to them, just in their size and how they move. And it's what is most important when we talked about with Luck, and very similar to Odell Beckham, is it's the plays that they're running look like similar to the plays that they still run today. And this is how many years ago? You know what I mean? He's only 16, 17, and it's no surprise from that he's doing so well.
And he wasn't even, of course, he was so small in high school, too. He's 5'11" now, which is small for the NFL, especially a receiver. You look at all the best receivers in the NFL over the last 10 years. I mean, Calvin Johnson's starting to come down from his peak, but he's still a 6'6" Megatron for a reason. Des Bryant, even though injured, again, huge guy. Brandon Marshall for the Jets. These guys are 6'4", 6'5". It makes it easy. Jump ball receivers. You throw it up, they jump up, they catch it because they have the height advantage on every single defensive back. Yeah. Odell Beckham Jr. does not have that advantage. A lot of other receivers in the league don't either, but he's making route running decisions that he's being able to beat defensive backs. He doesn't really need much to catch a football besides one hand, which is a little bit of an advantage
Doesn't even need the full hand.
Exactly.
He needs 3 fingers, which, has any of you tried to do that?
Jason, do you know what shape you're making with your fingers right now?
Yeah.
Claw.
It's the shape I should be making, not either of you.
What shape is this?
That's like the ball tip.
It's called the bowling ball in sexual innuendos, Jason.
Oh, so you guys could be essentially making that.
Don't worry, we are.
What do you know? That's not even close to the right finger positioning you're thinking.
But that's
yeah, it is.
In the UK you call that the bowling ball.
The bowling ball.
Yeah.
And
Love, do you want to come back to the bowling ball?
You're covering more than one area with the bowling ball.
Well, obviously you're covering more than one area.
Well,
but
you seem
general,
confused. I was breaking it down.
Well, I'm not going to break this down.
Yeah,
what was this?
You getting nervous?
He's turning red.
I'm getting a little nervous. No,
the cheeks, the rosy cheeks.
All right, someone teach me the bowling ball.
Anyways, back to Odell Beckham.
Spread them. No, I'm joking.
I would not want you to teach me the bowling
What
ball.
I like about Odell is he's very career focused. This is a guy that definitely is putting in the work. You're not seeing him on TMZ going out to the clubs. He's not getting in trouble with the laws. It's clear that his focus is football, the NFL, doing well, making his mark. And his rookie season, he definitely did that. People are doubting him his next season. What do you think, Jason? You're a true supporter of...
I'm a true supporter because I'm a Giants fan, so there's a little bit of bias that comes with this, but he's proven throughout the first 6-7 games of the season that he can still put up the numbers he was last year. He's still beating defensive backs off their first step, which is really important, and he's still going to continue to put up great numbers in the NFL as long as he stays healthy, like most elite wide receivers. But he has not been a sophomore fluke, and we shouldn't see that really happening anytime soon. That's just unique talent.
And what we said about, well, what I said about the NFL in the clip that was on the Fumble is you need more athletes like this that are a great advocate for the game because he holds himself to a high regard outside of the field. You don't see him out, as you just mentioned, clubbing. You see him perform in other sports. He can dunk like no other. As you just mentioned, it's just a freak athlete. But the more of these guys that you see that just dedicate their lives to perfecting their sport, it's like an art, that, for me, is what will continue to allow the NFL to thrive over anything else when you get as you just mentioned, like the Greg Hardys and the other players who kind of bring that testament to the game down. It's great to see this.
But like a lot of dual athletes or a lot of athletes who will dabble in other sports to kind of help them see what they can pull from that sport to help them in their respective sports. Like Blake Griffin recently went and trained in MMA for a special and did a bunch of other sports because he wanted to have a different type of advantage on the basketball court. I think that also helps Odell Beckham. It helps him get real crafty with his hands. It helps him get crafty with his joints.
Subscribe, like, favorite, check out The Fumble for more Crystal Marie, and check out more TYT Sports with me and Francis. Comment on what your thoughts of Odell Beckham Jr.'s high school highlight tapes were in the comment section below. We'll see you next time.